Okay, listen up. I'm going to let you in on something that could completely change your financial life. And the best part is, you can start with just 500 bucks. Yeah, seriously. Let's get into how it works.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you could literally make money while you're sleeping, on vacation, or just watching TV? What if you owned little money-making machines that worked for you around the clock? Well, that's not a dream. It's a strategy.
See, this right here is the fundamental difference. Most people are stuck in the active income trap. You trade your time for money. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Simple as that. But the wealthy, they play a different game. They focus on passive income, on owning assets that generate cash flow whether they show up or not. And that's the game we're going to learn to play today. And this is the key. This is the whole secret sauce right here. It's not just some nice sounding quote, it's the actual blueprint for building wealth. So the real question is, how do you get your money to start working for you?
All right, let's get into the good stuff. We're going to start with what I call the forever assets. These are the foundational pieces you can buy to build a really solid base for long-term passive income.
First up are dividend ETFs. Think of it like this. Instead of trying to pick one winning company, you buy a single share of an ETF and boom, you instantly own a tiny piece of hundreds of the best companies out there. And since you're a part owner, they literally pay you your share of the profits. It's called a dividend, and it's like a little thank you check for being an investor. And this isn't some weird abstract idea. These are real things you can buy. Tickers like SCHD, VYM, HDV. These are some of the heavy hitters. You can look them up. They're basically funds packed with solid, reliable companies that have a long history of paying out those dividends. Now, I know what you might be thinking. $500. Is that really going to move the needle? Oh, yeah. It's not about having a huge pile of cash to start. It's about consistency. Because putting in that $500 month after month unlocks the most powerful force in all of finance. And this is where it gets absolutely incredible. Check this out. After year one, your $500 a month turns into $6,000. Nice. But look at year 10. Suddenly you're at $85,000. Fast forward to year 20, and you're cruising past $300,000. That's not just growth, that's explosive exponential growth. That is the magic of compounding. This is the simplest way to put it. Your original money earns dividends. Then you reinvest those dividends to buy more shares. Then those new shares earn their own dividends. It's a wealth-building snowball that just gets bigger and bigger all on its own. Okay, next up, what if you love the idea of being a landlord and collecting rent checks every month, but you hate the idea of getting calls about a clogged toilet at 2 a.m.? Well, say hello to REITs. It stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a way to collect rent without ever owning a physical property yourself. And if you want to talk about reliability, just look at a company like Realty Income. Their whole brand is literally the monthly dividend company. Why? Because they've paid over 650 consecutive monthly dividends. That's decades of consistent, reliable income being deposited into their shareholders' accounts. That's just an unbelievable track record. All right, asset number 3 is for anyone who's looked at their savings account interest rate and just laughed. This is how you stop letting the bank make money off of your money and start keeping that profit for yourself. So here's how the traditional banking game works, right? You put your hard-earned money in a savings account, and they give you, maybe 0.5% if you're lucky? Then they turn right around, lend your money out to someone else for 5, 6, 7%, and they just sit back and collect the difference. They keep all the profit. But with high-yield bond ETFs, everything changes. You get to be the bank. You are essentially lending money to big companies or even governments. And in return, you're the one who gets to collect those juicy interest payments. You cut out the middleman and keep the profit that the bank used to take. Now, those first 3 assets are absolute powerhouses, but they all need a little bit of money to get started. This one is different. This one doesn't require capital. It just requires your time and a little bit of creativity, which honestly makes it the most accessible asset in the world. Seriously, think about it. You could spend one weekend creating a really helpful budget template in Excel, or maybe you write a short ebook or design a simple workout plan. You build it once, put it up for sale online, and that one asset can sell again and again and again, earning you money 24/7 for years. And the math on this is just amazing. Let's say you make a great template and sell it for just $9. If you can get just 50 people a month to buy it, which is totally doable, that's an extra $450 a month in your pocket. Pure passive income from something you built one time. Okay, now we're going to talk about the assets that feel kind of like an insider secret. These are for people who are looking for even higher monthly cash flow. And believe it or not, they're available to everybody. These are called covered call ETFs. Some popular ones are JEPI and QILD. Now, their strategy is a little more complex, but here's the bottom line. They generate income by selling options on the stocks they own, and that income gets passed directly to you. We are talking about potential yields in the 7 to 9% range, sometimes even 10 to 12%. That is a serious monthly paycheck. And let's bring this back to the real world. That kind of income isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. For a lot of people, that could be enough to completely cover your car payment every single month. Imagine that. You have an asset that pays one of your biggest bills for you. That's financial freedom. So we've just covered 5 incredible ways to build passive income. But knowing is only half the battle, right? The most important part is actually doing something. So let's lay out a super simple plan to get you started, like today. First, you've got to understand the risk. Every investment has some. Digital products, the risk is mostly your time, not your money. As you go down the list to things like covered call ETFs, the potential income goes up, but so does the risk. There's no right answer here, only what's right for you. And getting started is way easier than you think. It's literally 3 steps. 1, pick a brokerage. There are tons of great, easy-to-use ones out there. 2, link your bank account and transfer that first $500. 3, type in the ticker symbol for the asset you chose, and you click Buy. That's it. You've done it. You're officially an owner of a passive income asset. And before you jump in, let me give you a quick cheat sheet on the big mistakes to avoid. The absolute biggest one is just not starting because you think your $500 is too small. It's not. Also, don't just chase the highest yield without knowing the risks. Always, always reinvest those dividends. And whatever you do, don't panic and sell just because the market has a bad week. Stay the course. I really want to leave you with this thought because it's the most important thing you'll hear today. Every single month that goes by where you don't own assets that pay you is a month of passive income that you have lost forever. You can't get it back. Time is your most valuable resource. Make it work for you, not against you. So, the only question left is which one are you going to start with? Are you going to be a dividend investor? A digital landlord? Maybe you'll create your own product this weekend. The journey to financial freedom starts with one single step. Your time starts now.